Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa, if you are new here, your favorite problematic housewife. So today we're going to be talking about Backwoods Barbie. She recently did a video about Gabbie Hanna. Now, before we start, I got a mic, I got a ring light, a background, trying to step it up a little bit for when I can film on camera. So let me know if you guys like the setup, if it's good quality, what you think. So Backwoods Barbie just recently did a video about Gabbie Hanna. Now, if you guys don't know, which I'm sure everybody does at this point, Gabbie Hanna has been uploading like hundreds of TikToks, like over 200 in the last 5 days. And she's been showing some very strange behavior, concerning behavior. A lot of people think that she might be having a manic episode. Some people think she's faking. A lot of creators have come out with videos in support of Gabbie Hanna, and some of them were really good. But some of them, like some of the tea channels, I was kind of side-eyeing a little bit. Don't kill me. Only because a lot of these tea channels were who participated and like coming hard for Gabbie Hanna, making so many videos, like 500 videos on her, relentlessly attacking her on a daily basis, and just dragging her all the time, and in my opinion contributed to her bad mental health that she was having at the time. So now to see some of them get on and virtue signal almost and fake concern for her is kind of like, I don't know if I buy it, but there are some people who did good videos, like Peter Mon, Cici Suarez. So I know there are people who do have concern for her. A lot of people do, because she's acting so erratic and nobody knows what's going on. So Backwoods Barbie did a video. Now, if you guys don't know who Backwoods Barbie is, which a lot of people who watch me do know who she is, she's a commentary channel. She does like reality TV drama sort of thing. She's had issues with Katie Joy in the past. She's had issues with Renelle Smith, LB. She has issues with a lot of people. And one of the things that she touts on her channel is mental health. She's all about mental health. She's all about taking care of your mental health. And she says nobody should be bullying her or calling her out or giving her criticism because she has bad mental health right now. So for her to do a video about Gabbie Hanna in a negative way was very interesting. So I'm going to show some clips. We're going to go through this video, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the things that she was saying. So let's get into it. I have my little notepad here. I did take notes to try to like get myself organized. And my co-host is not here today. I know you guys love hearing Giovanna in the background, but my husband is home. And he's like watching all the kids, playing with them on the trampoline so that I can actually film. Because a lot of the time I have to do voiceovers. Because I did try to film earlier today while he was at work. And Giovanna, my 1.5-year-old, was just like grabbing the ring light, grabbing the microphone. It was a hot mess. So finally I have some quiet. I did have to turn the air conditioner off, which sucks because it is so hot. As you guys can see, I got my fall makeup on. I did my nails like fall colors. I'm trying to push for fall to come as fast as possible. And it's literally like the hottest day that it's ever been all summer. So fall does not seem like it's nearby. Anyways, let me stop rambling on. So she starts off the video by saying Gabbie Hanna is like Trisha Paytas. And, you know, she said Gabbie Hanna is like Trisha Paytas in the fact that Trisha Paytas will do anything for views, anything for attention. As you guys know, in the past, Trisha Paytas has said she has DID. She has all these different disorders. She has talked about her gender, her sexuality, her race. She has trolled a lot, but it's very interesting that she says Gabbie Hanna is like Trisha Paytas. Which kind of is implying what, like Trisha Paytas doesn't deserve empathy. I mean, even Trisha Paytas, I have empathy for her. when she's going through something or when she's had those really bad breakdowns, I felt bad for her. You know, when people are relentlessly going after her, you know, accusing her of lying about her assault and talking about her pregnancy and all this stuff, I feel bad for her. Just because she has done some nasty stuff, if somebody is going through something that bad, it's okay to back off and just not say anything.
When I first heard about Gabbie Hanna a couple of years ago, I don't remember the date, okay? I don't remember when she first posted. I wasn't subscribed. I am now because of her antics. But however, the first thing that came to mind was this chick right here appears to be like she wants to be Trisha Paytas, if you get what I'm saying. Trisha Paytas says and does anything. She used to do it more. She used to say and do every and anything for some clicks and views and some attention. Controversy queen. That was Trisha Paytas.
So then she said Gabbie Hanna is mocking mental health, God, and religion. And she seems very upset at the fact that Gabbie Hanna is talking about God and religion so much.
Now, in my opinion, Gabbie Hanna's meltdown is just another YouTuber / creator mocking mental health, God being mocked, religion being mocked. It's all mocked. It's all a mockery. And these people have huge followings. The people that mock these large communities. Why do we continue to put money in the pockets of people who continue to mock others?
Which, if you guys don't know, that is a common thing that happens when you are having a manic episode. So if Gabbie Hanna is having a manic episode, that would make sense why she's talking about all this extreme religious stuff, saying she's Jesus Christ and all of this other stuff. And Backwoods Barbie seems like she's very religious, so that seemed to offend her. Also, she brought up the fact that Gabbie Hanna has a huge following and a lot of money, and she said, why do we allow these people to get so big and make so much money? And that was very interesting to me because Backwoods Barbie talks about money a lot. She talks about other creators making money. She's not making enough money. Everybody's getting views but her. So it was interesting to me that she actually brought up money in this video. Everyone on YouTube is making money. And she's always talking about how she's making money. She needs money. She's lost so much money because of people bullying her. So I thought that was interesting. Let me know what you guys think. I feel so profesh with my notepad and my pen. So she also says that she deals with depression, anxiety, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, and PTSD. And because she deals with all those mental health issues, she's triggered and offended by Gabbie Hanna's behavior.
And as someone who deals with depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, and PTSD, as someone who believes in God and His Word, I am beyond triggered and offended.
Now, what I really found interesting is, because she talks about mental health so much, I was kind of surprised, actually, that she didn't have any, empathy for Gabbie Hanna and pretty much called her a troll and a liar. And I understand why people think Gabbie Hanna's lying. I totally get it, because Gabbie Hanna has a history of trolling, doing things for attention, doing things to promote her album. She's done this many times. So I do understand the side of it where she could be trolling. That is always a possibility. But like I've said in the past, when it's this serious, who wants to take that risk? I don't want it on my conscience if someone is that bad of a mental health space and they're having a manic episode to push that on my channel and possibly push someone over the edge. It's just not worth it for me personally to keep poking and prodding at somebody. So if Backwoods Barbie thinks that Gabbie Hanna is lying, there's no reason why she can't just keep it to herself for now. It's not that hard. You don't need to get on your YouTube channel and say every opinion the second it comes in your head. You know what I mean? And I also think that Backwoods Barbie has a pattern of not really looking into the things she talks about. She'll watch one video, one TikTok, see what somebody says, and she'll talk about it. In multiple videos that I've watched of hers, you can tell that she hasn't researched it. She hasn't looked into it. For example, when she covered the Dre McRae case, you could tell that she had not really dug into it. She even said that herself. So she'll get on her channel and tell everybody that she has no idea what's going on, and she'll be talking about it. And as a commentary channel, I really don't think that's a good way to go about it. So when she's talking about her own mental health and all of her struggles, it sounds so hypocritical to me, because so many times Backwoods Barbie has gotten on her channel and said nobody cares about her mental health. Nobody cares what she's going through. She's being bullied. She's being dragged. So for her to get on and do the same thing to Gabbie Hanna about Gabbie Hanna's mental health, when she knows that she deals with a lot of similar issues, and she has mentioned in the past it doesn't feel good when people call her a liar. So for her to go ahead and do that to Gabby doesn't make sense to me. Of all people, like I said, I would think that she would be the one who would be the most understanding, because she deals with the internet and she has a lot of mental health issues and she deals with people criticizing her all the time. So yeah, very disappointed actually. I really am disappointed in how she just handled the whole video. And yeah.
Now, you know what vibe I get off this whole breakdown? Attention grab. Money move. Controversy pays, clearly. And at what cost? Mocking people with actual mental illnesses. Mocking people who believe in God and His Word.
So she also goes on to say that Gabbie Hanna is only doing this for clicks and views, which I, again, found really interesting, because she's making this video with Gabbie Hanna's name for clicks and views. So she's saying Gabbie Hanna is using her mental health for clicks and views, and Backwoods Barbie is literally using Gabbie Hanna's mental health for clicks and views. Backwoods Barbie is not dumb. She knows this is a hot topic right now. She knows everybody's getting views and talking about it. And again, this whole video was just flooded and riddled with hypocrisy, in my opinion. So then she goes on to say that she's been mom-shamed, bullied, ridiculed, mocked, and it's because of people like Gabbie Hanna that she gets mocked and ridiculed.
Kudos to you for making bank by mocking large groups of people, while creators like myself who have public embarrassing breakdowns get mocked, shamed, bullied, made fun of, labeled, all because of people like this. Now, to me, someone who actually deals with serious issues, I see someone who is either just another product of the entertainment industry who will say and do whatever to make them famous and to keep them in headlines, or someone on drugs, delusion, paranoia, nonstop talking, posting, no sleep. That's also a sign of drug use, I'm just saying. But the fact people are like, oh my God, she's not okay, let's help her. And I'm like, I see something and I'm going to say something, because I believe this is a total mind F. Like, I get she's doing this for clicks and views. I believe she's mocking for clicks and views to make headlines, and it worked. I absolutely believe that. We'll see what comes out of this. That's just my opinion, okay?
And I feel like as the video goes on, she starts turning everything about herself. Like, she always makes it about herself. She's always the victim. Nobody else's feelings matter. No one else is ever a victim. She is always the only victim. The whole second half of the video, which is only 10 minutes long, is about her and how her mental health is important, and people need to listen about her mental health, people like her. But Gabbie Hanna is a liar and making it hard for her to talk about her mental health, and people are coming after her mental health because of people like Gabbie Hanna, which I don't think is true. People come after Backwoods Barbie and her mental health because every day she gets on her channel and says that people are bullying her and hurting her mental health, and she uses her mental health a lot as a shield to avoid criticism. Now, like I said, if you're having a breakdown and people are just dogpiling you, I don't agree with that. But if on a daily basis you are being rude to your subscribers, you are snapping at people, she talks crap about people in a lot of her videos. She's a reality TV drama channel. And anytime she gets criticism, even if it's the most delicate, respectful criticism, she will say, you're affecting her mental health. It's not fair. She's being bullied. She's being attacked. How can you come after someone who is in such a bad place? And it seems like she is permanently in that state. It's not once a year or once in a while she's having a hard time and people should let go and move back. This is a permanent state of victimhood for Backwoods Barbie. So she also implies in the video that Gabbie Hanna is possibly on drugs and that's why she's acting like this. And I've actually heard a few people say this. And in my opinion, if she is on drugs, which I don't think she is, I mean, it's always possible. We don't really know. But even if she is on drugs, she still needs help. Like, she's still not in a good state. So, you know, I don't really like... Oh, another thing that I wanted to add was Gabbie Hanna takes Adderall. She's prescribed Adderall. And some people were kind of accusing her of abusing her Adderall. And that's why she is the way she is and all this stuff. And I just wanted to add in there that I don't like that. People who take Adderall already have a stigma on them. And don't automatically accuse people of abusing drugs just because they're on Adderall. Like, that's not okay. And it's messed up. She thinks that Gabbie Hanna is doing this for a cash grab, attention grab, which I found interesting because I have actually wondered myself if Backwoods Barbie is doing an attention grab and cash grab. So lately it seems like she's been almost purposely going with an unpopular kind of controversial opinion to get views and attention and like cause people to go in an uproar. It kind of seems like she's purposely doing that because she has mentioned recently that she isn't getting the views she used to. She's not happy with her view count. She's not happy that her channel's not growing. And she seems to have these very extreme controversial opinions sometimes. And I've wondered, now this is just my opinion, allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. I have wondered if she's doing that on purpose to try to bring traffic to her channel. Even if it's in a negative way, she's still getting people talking about her, getting people in an uproar. So I have wondered if she is the one doing that.
It's toxic AF. For real, that's just my opinion. And I gotta keep saying that because we all got opinions, okay? And I hope a lot of these creators that are feeding her hunger for attention will wake the F up. Stop giving her free publicity so she can continue to mock mental health and religion.
She tells everyone to stop giving Gabbie Hanna publicity, don't talk about her, don't give it attention, yet she's making a video about Gabbie Hanna with a controversial opinion for clicks and views. Backwoods Barbie is always telling everyone to stop talking about her mental health, It's all about her. She makes everything about herself. And even when she's having issues with people, it's always the other person. It's never her. She's never wrong. She never will take any criticism. She will never take in what anybody says to her and actually think about it. And that's why I thought it was so strange that she did this video, because she's constantly telling people we can't talk about her. We can't criticize her because she has mental health issues. So then why is it okay for her to say Gabbie Hanna is a liar and you can talk about her mental health? But you know what I'm saying? It's just all very hypocritical in my opinion, coming from Backwoods Barbie.
I've heard a lot of creators say they don't know a lot about mental disorders, but Gabbie appears to be having a breakdown. Now, since I battle a lot of stuff and been to years of therapy, don't claim to be no expert. Nobody's an expert. I guess I still don't believe nobody's an expert. You can go to school for years and years and years and learn about the stuff, but you're still not an expert, in my opinion. You might know a lot of stuff, but you're still not an expert, okay? Jesus is the expert. I just claim to have some experience in this field that we are discussing. So let me educate some of you on my experiences.
I wanted to add in really quick here while I'm editing that Just because you battle mental health disorders and you've been to therapy and you know about your own self does not mean you're educated and qualified to diagnose or talk about other people's reactions and behaviors about their mental health. That is something that I see a lot. Now, yes, you can share your personal experience and all that, but you are not an expert on somebody else's mental health.
A lot of us in the mental health community feel unheard, shamed, mocked, ridiculed, and in situations like this, I believe they're only a setback. We deserve a voice. From my personal experience having the disorders I do, naturally I'm wired different. We all are. But my
Backwoods Barbie starts getting into how she's mocked, ridiculed, bullied, called a liar about her mental health, and people need to start, listening to people who are struggling and believe people. In the same video that she's saying Gabbie Hanna is a liar. So again, it's like, how are you going to sit there and say how upsetting it is for you to be called a liar, to be ridiculed, and be called out about your mental health, and then do it to somebody else? It's not okay. And I think if she thinks Gabbie Hanna is trolling and lying, it's just something that I think shouldn't be on her channel right now. Everyone's allowed their opinion. Everybody's allowed to think what they want. But there is no reason to get on your channel and talk about this in that way, in such a negative way, when there's still a possibility that Gabbie Hanna isn't having a manic episode. Just keep it to yourself. Like, you don't need to get on and say all this stuff. You don't. Just keep it to yourself. Don't say anything. Let Gabbie Hanna do what she needs to do, get through her rough time, and then later on, when she comes back and it's very clear that she's okay, she's in a better state of mind, and she's stable, then okay, you can criticize her and say she was saying offensive things on Twitter and on TikTok, and she was being derogatory and saying slurs or whatever it is. Or whatever you are upset about with Gabbie Hanna. Okay, so mental health is not an excuse, but sometimes people need to take accountability later on. And that's okay. Like, we can't demand accountability from somebody if they are not there. If they're not in the right state of mind, if they're not going to hear you, if they don't even know what they're doing. So if that is what is happening to Gabbie Hanna, she's not going to take accountability anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. So I think either talk about her and give your support, or just don't say anything at all. It's perfectly fine to not say anything. You can do that. And Backwoods Barbie doesn't seem to get that concept at all.
Experience having the disorders I do. Naturally, I'm wired different. We all are. But my reactions to certain situations might be different than someone who hasn't been through the trauma that I have, and that's okay. I'm passionate about things. I get labeled. I get called a liar. I'm saying and I'm doing things for attention when in fact, I'm just myself. I am somebody who has been through and experienced some rough stuff, and as a result of going through a lot of traumatic things, I'm left battling mental disorders like PTSD, depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, and it does affect the way I am. It's not an excuse, it's who I am. But I get labeled and shamed for being myself, being who I am.
As the video comes to an end, she starts making it about herself again. She's bullied, she's attacked, she is treated awful. Backwoods Barbie is very self-absorbed, in my opinion. She only cares what's going on with her. She doesn't seem to care what's going on with anybody else. It's all about her. She's the only victim. And it really irritates me that she was making this whole thing about her when it's not about her. Yes, you can use your experiences to relate to people and, understand where they're coming from. But the way Backwoods Barbie does it, it's just, she makes it just about her. She's having this awful time because of Gabbie Hanna. all these people are like Gabbie Hanna are ruining her time and her mental health because that's why she's being mocked. When I don't think that's the case. I don't think people are calling her out on her mental health because of people like Gabbie Hanna. It's because of her own behavior. Now, do I agree with like dragging somebody's mental health? I don't. I definitely don't. But she doesn't have that quite right there. And that's the other thing with Backwoods Barbie. I feel like she's not in reality sometimes. She acts like she has no idea why people criticize her, why they have an issue with her. And she acts like she has no idea. She seems so oblivious to things sometimes, and the problem is she won't listen to anybody. If you even try to give her the slightest bit of help, even if you do it with like the utmost care, she is going to block you, call you a bully, say you're attacking her. Like, you could say it in the nicest way possible. It doesn't matter. She will say you're bullying her. And it's very frustrating to deal with somebody like that. And then, again, she goes on to say that everybody reacts to mental health issues differently, and not everyone's going to act the same. Not everyone's going to, portray the same when they're having one of these episodes or a mental health breakdown or whatever. In a video where she's saying Gabbie Hanna is acting fine, she's telling everybody she's fine, so...
Now, I get all breakdowns look different. Everybody that goes through these mental issues, all the situations are different. I get it. I get it. But the vibe I'm getting off this is not good. The vibe I'm getting off this is she's mocking people with mental issues, and
the contradictions within the same video are kind of mind-blowing. And then she tells everybody to listen to others. Listen to the people that need help. Listen to the people who are crying out for help and need, help with their mental health. Yet, don't listen to Gabbie Hanna. It's not her. Like, don't look at Gabbie Hanna. Don't give her any compassion or empathy. Give it all to me. I need it, not her. Nobody else needs it. Backwoods Barbie's the only one who needs empathy and compassion, apparently. That was the end of her video. I had just some real issues with it, especially because of what she puts on her channel about mental health. So that's why her whole video was just completely outrageous to me and distasteful. It's like coming from somebody who talks about their mental health constantly, who says they're an advocate for mental health, who says that they respect people's mental health and they wouldn't push somebody or bully anybody, and she's against bullies and all this stuff. It's wild, you guys. So let me know what you guys think down below. Let's keep it respectful. Remember that. I do have another video coming that doesn't have this setup or the mic or anything, so the audio is not as good. So please bear with me on that. It's a video about Annie from 10 to Life. That video doesn't have all of this, all of this stuff. So please excuse that. From after that video, anytime I film, I will have this set up. I hope you guys like it. I thought the plants were pretty cute. I thought it was pretty cute. It's hard to find a good background in this house because my kids draw all over the wall. They get fingerprints on it. So I think I like this for now. I think it looks good. You guys will have to let me know. So yeah, stay tuned for my video on Annie from 10 to Life. I also have a video that I'm trying to get out about All In With Ari. There's a lot of updates on her, and I have a lot more thoughts on her from the last time that I talked to you guys about it. So yeah, leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, because this girl has 4 children and we never know when I'm going to be uploading. I do try to upload like every 3 or 4 days, but sometimes shit happens. Okay, bye guys.